Oh my God, the worst technology with what we do. Oh,
I know,
goodness.
it's impossible. It's impossible. I give you no grief whatsoever. This happens all the time. It's impossible to pull these things off. I just freaked out for a moment because when it ended, it said, "You are now the host." I went, "I'm not ready."
You are now the host. Yeah. Guess what? It's your show. I've handed off. 2 months was enough. No, we've had so much fun here at Chattin 88s, and we started off by interviewing some really great guests, and you are right on that list. And I wanted to say thank you so much for being a part of this show tonight.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, this is very exciting. How cool is this to connect on a different level? Like, just very cool.
Exactly. It's better than nothing, that's for sure. Like, it's cool that we have this much technology that we can still, it's actually nice to be able to see friends without masks on, because I don't know about you, but in Calgary, we're starting to go out a little bit more, but we're all having to wear masks inside and everything. So you have these interactions with your friends that are like this.
I know. I played at Koi.
Okay.
A couple weeks back. Well, I mean, of course we weren't wearing a mask, but they have a really nice large sheet of plexiglass I thought was going to be, truthfully, I thought, getting back into the swing of things, I thought it was going to be much like singing in a fishbowl, having this piece of glass in front of you on a stage. Yes. Actually, I didn't even notice. You know what? I was literally 30 seconds into the first song in the set, and I didn't notice a thing. So it was really nice at that point in Calgary, because I know Calgary's got a little bit more of a rougher edge on the experience with this right now. So
yeah, it's true. And I guess singing is now allowed, so it's getting a little bit easier. I think I haven't done a gig without it, but they want you to wear either a mask when you're singing or sing in the aquarium or the glass. So I played a gig and I really wanted to be close to the audience. So I opted to use a mask, and I made myself, I should show you. I don't know if you know this artist called Orville Peck. He's called the masked country singer, and he wears a mask with fringe coming all the way down his face. And it's
okay. Really,
yeah. Anyway, I made myself a mask that was like that. So I thought it was really cool. I was singing with fringe through a mask, but by the end of the half hour, I was exhausted because, you can't get quite enough oxygen when you're trying to sing when you're wearing a mask.
Well, you're breathing in all that release of that. So I mean, it makes me think of when did you see that where Lady Gaga did that concert where she sang when she had a mask? It was like a robot mask.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you saw it or anything like that, but that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
But if you look, her mask is like this high up. You can still see her mouth. I'm pretty sure she had a microphone sticking out, and there was still some space there for that. I don't know.
It is hard. It's really hard.
Difficult. So Justine, tell me, how long have you been playing music?
I never know how to answer that question because I started playing guitar when I was in grade 7. So what's that? 12 years old or something. Okay. So, but my mom, so I grew up quite religious and like pianos and church and all that stuff. So I had to play piano, or was in piano lessons at a young age. Right. So I don't know, like my first song that I wrote, I was about 6 years old, and it goes like this. It's a day, it's a day, it's a day. It's a day. It's a day for everybody. It's a day. And actually, it's so funny. We have a recording of it, so I think I want to put it on my next album because
you know what? I laugh, and I shouldn't, because I'm just gonna say these lyrics. Friday, Friday, Friday.
I know, yeah. It's true, except that I think I was significantly younger and I didn't have a pop career, but
well, you never know what's going to be a hit. You never know what somebody is going to be listening to.
That's true.
Or what they want to hear on the other end of the receiving side of it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you some generic questions, some funny questions, some in-depth questions. Okay. We're going to get to you singing an original. We're going to talk a little more, and then we'll go down that. That's going to be the plan for a little bit. But straight up, I just want to know, what is your favorite color?
Red.
What is your favorite smell?
Leather.
You should go watch all the videos, all the interviews that I've been doing with the artists, and you should hear their answers. I haven't gotten leather yet, so leather is quite... That's
This
great.
is a new realization. I love the smell of fresh leather. I just got one of those cowhide rugs.
Oh, your house probably smells radiant.
It does. I actually really like it. It's like a good vibe. Yeah.
Fabulous. What is your least favorite color?
Fluorescent green and yellow, like fluorescent colors are
so anything quite obtrusive.
Yeah, especially in the morning.
Before coffee would be the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
Chattin 88. I don't know. I feel like I'm washed out. I feel like an egg.
No, you look great. I was just admiring your banner. Like it's such a great, this is cool. I love it.
Isn't this fun? We're at the Vinyl Den here in Red Deer. I did all this marketing before the show. And then the computer died. But no, we're at the Vinyl Den here in Red Deer. We have 9 people in a live audience. And we actually have another camera that is for the live audience, but it's dead because I had, like I said earlier, I forgot to charge that camera. You know how it is.
I know how it is.
You're an artist, you're a manager, you're a producer, you are a roadie, you are everything.
And I'm just amazed that I'm here right now and all of my technology is working.
So okay, let's dive right in. Dive right in. Speaking of technology, let's talk about your music, Justine. When did you start writing your own music and moving into the singer-songwriter?
Well, like I said, 6 years old, it's a day for everybody. It's a day. That's my first song. But, actually, I wanted to be a musician for a long time, but it wasn't necessarily a realistic career path when I was in my teens and 20s. I think I was like academic enough that I was going to go to university and get a degree, which I did. But the whole time I just wanted to be an artist and I just wanted to be writing. And so throughout university, I was writing. So I put out my first album right after graduating from university. So that was in 2009, which, makes me, I guess I've given away a bit of my age here.
Oh, but, honey, you look beautiful. Don't even talk about your age.
Whatever. Age is just
whatever.
A number.
Don't even talk about it.
Yeah. But so 2011 was when I first released an album, and I would say that the songs on that album were the workings of about 3 years. So yeah, I really started writing music when I was about 17, I think.
Wow. Okay. So when did you... Oh, okay, let's go back. First question. You started writing music. What was your first song that actually started to kind of like take some momentum into getting you into like, oh yeah, I can do this. I'm good at this.
Yeah. You know what? That's a really good question. I think, well, I should pull out my old journals because there's some that no one's ever heard and they're quite funny. Like one of them was I was a little bit heartbroken and like into this guy, and it was something about how like it was just, an angry teenager song. I think that anyway, that obviously that didn't get recognition. So the answer to your question is I think it was my song Waiting for Nothing, because I was in Edmonton at the time, and somehow I went to a Bourne concert. It was a very casual pub somewhere, and I ended up talking to him for a while, and I gave him a big hug, I remember, because I was so touched by his performance. So I went and hugged him after. I said that was really nice, and he was so receptive and so kind. And I said, you know what, I've started writing some songs, and I wonder if you would ever think about listening to one of them. He said, yeah, I'd love to. He was completely open to it, not knowing a thing about me or anything, which is very kind of him. And he came over with his little Zoom recorder, actually, and I just sat down and played him these songs, and then he put the Zoom out and recorded them. So my first demos were done by Bourne, and he I did 3 of them, and he was like, I'm going to help you get some grants. And he wrote a bio for me, and he really wanted to help me get into that world. And yeah, like I should actually dig up those demos, because they're really sweet. And yeah, Bill actually played with me a bit then in Red Deer around that time. I think there's a video on YouTube of me playing with him at the Hub. And yeah, so I think that was kind of what started it for me in Edmonton. And then from there, yeah, Bill was a really influential mentor and kind of walked me through what it's about, like the purpose of being a musician. He's very spiritual, you know, like very purposeful about what your job is as an artist and stuff. So I was pretty young, but I think I was guided by a good one, I guess.
I agree. I know the name. I don't know the gentleman firsthand off in the music industry, but I do know the name because I am from the Edmonton area, and I definitely have, you know, that's been floating around. Mm-hmm. But how cool is that? Now, okay, here's the question. Those demos that you have, those scratch tracks and those bed tracks that you have with him in the demos, did you do anything with them afterwards and actually like get into the studio and flush them out?
Yeah, I did. So I think I sent like the song Waiting for Nothing that I did with Bill to my first producer named Stu Kirkwood in Edmonton. And he really liked them, and he said, yeah, we can work with this. And then we did a full band thing. And then that's when we started I released my first album called Yes, All Right, Okay. And that was all recorded in Edmonton with well, Stu and I played most of the instruments on it, but Bill came into the studio. Joe Nolan came into the studio. I had a choral group with a bunch of my friends who some could sing, some couldn't, but everyone just kind of sang. More of a, you know, what's that called? Gang choir or whatever. Gang vocals.
Sure. Right on.
So yeah, that was the beginning. And yeah. And then I recorded another one in Edmonton. I ended up getting a grant to do another album, and then toured and kind of kept going. Just, yeah. So, Edmonton scene was amazing. Yeah.
You know, Edmonton scene is amazing. It really is. And I can only say that and leave it at that. I've never been in the Edmonton music scene and played at a venue as an artist, you know, as singer-songwriter, etc. I've never done. And what a hard kind of market to get into, simply because I think there's such great artists there that they, you know, they're doing what they're doing.
There's so much talent. There's so much talent in Edmonton. I always said that. Even when I moved to Calgary, I thought, man, like the amount of talent, and in Red Deer too, there's so much talent.
Oh,
and of course there's talent in Calgary too, but I think when you're like in Edmonton, there's less, I always say there's less of the business side of the music industry in Edmonton. It's more of the art side in Edmonton. So you have a lot of really like incredible artists that aren't necessarily marketing their art. They're just making art.
Right.
So lots of open mics and lots of incredible musical experiences that, I mean, maybe it was the time that I was there, but I'll never forget some of the shows that I saw for free, you know, just even at an open mic or whatever.
Those were the days, my friend.
They really were.
Speaking of art, Justine, why don't you take us into the journey of an original play for us?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about whatever you choose to sing. Tell us about the song you're going to sing for us, kind of where it comes from. I'm going to put you on spotlight here, and we'll get you to just enjoy.
Okay. All right. I'll play a newer tune from my new album, Stay, which I released on February 7 and then had the first release concert on March 7 at the Ironwood here in Calgary. And then, the week after that, in came all the emails that everything was shutting down due to the virus. So everything changed pretty quickly for me after releasing this album. But I'm still trying to stay optimistic and play the songs from it and keep them alive in some capacity. So this is a tune that I really I still really like. It's a special song that I co-wrote with my friend Brady Enslin, and it's interesting that the debates are happening again in the US because we wrote it when Trump was being elected. And yeah, it was for us, we were talking about what is becoming of the United States and Canada in some capacity. So we just kind of came up with some ideas about the American dream, and that's what this song is called and kind of about. So hoping you can hear everything all right. I think we've got vocals up, guitar up. All right, here goes. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And Curtis, thanks so much for having me. The sun's going down on our picture perfect town. People tucked away within their walls. 300 million more. What are we all hiding for? The day I changed the locks on all the doors. I don't know what I keep hiding for. I've seen a lot of things down on Easy Street. Fences and walls and alcohol is all it takes to hide it all. There's the lonely American dream. American dream. He watched another evening show, watched the world again unfold. He stayed inside with all his makeup on. Draws the shades on another day. He goes to sleep the same old way. He says, I don't know what I believe in anymore. I don't know what I keep hiding for. I've seen a lot of things down on Easy Street. Fences and walls and alcohol, all it takes to hide it all is the American dream. This life I'm living, I want it to be so much more. I keep on thinking, I don't know what I keep hiding for. I don't know what I keep hiding for. I've seen a lot of things down on Easy Street. Fences and walls and alcohol, it's all it takes to hide it all in this lonely American dream. American dream. American dream.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. American Dream. Right?
How
Did
was-
I hear that? Did I hear that correctly?
That's right. Yeah. American Dream is the name of that song.
Absolutely beautiful. American Dream. I love it. That's recorded, right? We can hear that somewhere.
Yeah, it is. And it's the recording is fun. It's like a full band and yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally. So where can we find that? Spotify, Deezer, all them lovely playlists.
All of
that
them.
stuff.
Yeah, Deezer. And actually, ideally, if people want to find music online, I suggest going to Bandcamp. So Bandcamp is excellent because
I feel like I should do a whole talk show just on Bandcamp, because everybody that I've talked to has been like, Bandcamp, we'll talk about CD Baby, all of the distribution sites and everything, and then someone will come in out of the blue and go, but what about Bandcamp? It's like the underdog, like the black sheep that comes in and goes, well, what about Bandcamp? So I don't know, I got to do my own research.
It's killer. Like, throughout the pandemic, Bandcamp, it's called Bandcamp Fridays, and I think it might be every Friday. They waive all of the artist fees. So
I heard that. Yeah.
So it's the only way that musicians actually today can make money on streaming, like, unless you're Drake, it's a really great platform that really actually cares about the artists, and Spotify and Apple Music.
Now, are you on Bandcamp? Hosting. Do you distribute through Bandcamp?
I sure do. Yeah, I'm on everything.
Okay, so let's just switch for that. Let's switch to that. Okay, so what are you on? What do you use to distribute?
I use like my distributing service is TuneCore, and then they distribute it to Spotify, Apple Music.
So you use TuneCore.
I use TuneCore.
Okay, do you use any other entity?
Well, no, except yes, because Bandcamp. But Bandcamp is sort of something separate,
right? Which is
kind of like MySpace. No, it's not even MySpace.
MySpace, 1991.
Yeah, I know, right? My top 8 friends.
Right? Yeah, right. MySpace. I think if you Googled my name and you'd find my MySpace on like page 17 of Google or something. My MySpace page will come up.
Does that still come up? I don't even know. I haven't looked at MySpace pages for so long. That'd be amazing.
Oh, I don't even and I'm pretty sure there's a headshot of me, or like a profile picture, and I'm probably like 12 or something. I have no idea.
Amazing. Yeah, that's great. We gotta go back down that road. But Bandcamp,
I'm an artist.
Everyone could do it. It was kind of like pre-Facebook too, wasn't it? So it was like everyone.
It was so premature, Facebook.
Yeah, amazing.
Justine, if you could tell me where you received a lot of your influence in music from. So let's go back to your parents. You were 7, 8, 9, 10 before you kind of really, I'm speaking for you. And now correct me if I'm wrong, where we can really kind of cognitively understand what music is when it comes to chord progression, 1, 6, 5, 7, all that bullshit. What were your parents listening to that introduced you to music? And then who was your first artist where you're like, New Kids on the Block, baby?
If only I was that cool.
See, that was me. I was New Kids on the Block.
Oh yeah, amazing. My dad was and is a big James Taylor fan, and Paul Simon, and the Eagles, and like just some of those oldies.
Good classics.
Yeah, like I really got into those. So younger, yeah, like 7, 8, 9, 10, like those ages. I think I was a real listener though. Like I still am. Like the radio's on and I'm just like, oh, what's that? Like I can't even have a conversation. Like I wanted to know what the melodies are doing. And I remember at a young age doing that. And then I don't know, like I think at some point someone introduced me to like sort of some underground Americana folk writers like Patty Griffin. Someone introduced me to Bonnie Raitt.
Patty Griffin, love her.
I loved Patty Griffin, prepubescent.
We're going way back now.
Yeah, Patty Griffin changed my life. Like those songs were everything to me, and I had to learn how to play every one of them.
That's like right from the heart. Those are home songs to me. Those are home songs. Those are like in.
Oh, I'm so glad you know Patty Griffin.
Goosebumps tingle when those songs come
in.
Oh
my God, she's a gift. She's like, and she still is. She's still putting out really cool songs, and to
be able to do that. Cheers to that lady.
Yeah, cheers. I don't have my drink. I left it
where's
downstairs.
what are you drinking? What are you drinking this evening, darling?
Well, you know what? I've been getting into the box wine. So I have a box of white wine in my fridge.
I'll have you know. We'll talk more about this, but this is kind of a little, a little cat out of the bag. I'm going to make a promo video for this. But Chattin 88 has been picked up by Shaw, and Shaw is now going to be replaying all of these lovely videos and all these lovely interviews. So lovely, Chattin 88 at 8.
I wish I had my white wine to cheers to that.
I'm the new Jimmy Kimmel of Red Deer.
Well, congratulations. That's exciting.
No, I'm not taking that responsibility. However, okay, so now take me onto the journey when you kind of started to, you found an artist where you really connected to that really birthed your bit of singer-songwriter and then kind of took off from there. So what do you listen to? What's on your playlist, if you will?
Right now, I'm listening to, on repeat, Lydia Lovelace's new album. Do you know her? Amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I just think she's so special. Like, what an incredible songwriter, and so like,
what a great word, special.
Yeah. She's so special. She's fantastic. Like, so anyway, that's what I'm into. Kathleen Edwards has a new album out that's pretty good.
I don't know the name.
Okay, she's an Ontario gal.
Forgive me.
No worries.
Maybe I should do an interview with her.
Yeah, maybe.
Wouldn't that be fun? I gotta find some. We got lists, girl. We got lists.
And then you know what? Like, there's a lot of great music coming out of Alberta. I just sang
Justine Vandergrift.
Yeah, cheers. I just sang backups for a gal named Lucette, and she's an artist from Edmonton, and she's a fantastic songwriter. And we played at the King Eddie. We were, of course, behind glass here in Calgary, and check out her music, Lucette.
Lucette.
She's got a song that got featured at the end of that Nanette Netflix special.
Okay.
It's if you want like a really powerful kind of feminist comedy rant, Nanette is excellent to watch. And then Lucette's song plays at the end of that show. So anyway, Lucette, I'm always listening to Bonnie Raitt. Bob Dylan has a new album that I can't stop listening to. Like
Bonnie Raitt Tyler?
No, that'd be amazing. No, Bonnie Raitt, like she sang a bunch of John Prine songs, and Bonnie Raitt Tyler.
Okay, I apologize because I'm like, I mean, if we're talking old school, Bonnie Raitt Tyler, like, let's do it.
I don't even know who that is. Who's Bonnie Raitt Tyler?
Oh,
I'll look it up.
We'll go down that road with a bottle of wine and a whole new album, girl. Let me tell you.
I'll definitely look it up.
Just for time's sake, I don't want to stop because we can talk for. I feel like an hour is not. Well, truthfully, today we would have had more time had my computer not completely died. Technology. We have audience members leaving. It is getting close to that time. That's totally fine. Not a problem. Our biggest audience tonight, Justine. We have 9 people in the audience tonight.
Hi, everyone in the audience.
They absolutely love you. And you know what? We normally have a third camera where you can see the audience as well with this. And this upsets me because I didn't charge the camera.
That's okay. I'm feeling the vibe. It's all good.
Our biggest audience, absolutely 9 people. That is huge. 9 people. That's amazing. A live audience here at the Vinyl Den. Justine, before I ask you a couple more questions so that us in the audience and here at home, we know who you are and what you are, please take us into one more original and tell us just really quickly about it and let us hear your lovely voice one more time.
Okay. I'm going to take out one of my ear things so that I can actually hear myself a little better.
You just remove that ear thing.
Yeah, I've got these Shure.
Do you like them? Are they like you can't see my face right now, but are they in-ear monitors kind of thing?
They're like, you should put them into like right now I'm just using them as headphones.
So let me get this straight. I'm going to put my camera back on because I think you need to see my face. Did you actually put in-ear monitors for this Zoom call?
No, well, I mean, kind of, but they're
I love you. You are so professional. It is ridiculous.
I'll show you my setup actually. If just for the gear nerds who are into like live streaming, this is the way to do it. This is called an Apogee Duo.
What the hell is that?
It's an interface. So this is how I'm plugging in my microphone. It has these two little plug-in things that come out of it. And then you can plug in your microphone and your guitar.
You plug that into your computer?
Yeah. And now it's plugged into my MacBook. So,
you're using an Apple product. I don't know how longer we can be friends.
Oh, you know what? I'm not picky about Apple products. It's just the only thing I understand. So.
Oh, fair enough. I have to say, PC is the really only thing I understand. But enough about technology. However, I have to look into that little thing. Justine, take us away with this lovely original. Let us know what it's called, what it's about, and
Sure. All right. I'll play a song from my 2011 album called Yes, Alright, Okay. I think this is the last song on the album. It's called The Rubble. And I kind of forgot how to play it, and I recorded it on mandolin. And my little niece, my older sister, has a daughter who's like just the brightest light and so hilarious and curious. And she's been falling asleep to this song since she was a baby. And so she sings it, and my sister will sing it to her, and they just love the song, The Rebel. So it's kind of come back into my life because of that. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to play it. Girls are all so fast to be what you want. The boys are all so slow to want what they feel. The old clocks are broken and there's time to kill. So I'll bring the party if you pay the bill. Church bells still ringing, but rich men won't sing. Their women are happy with blood diamond rings. The angel said, her voice hushed and low, if you don't rebuild it, to hell it will go. To hell it will go. So bring me an idol when I'm feeling weak, or someone to feed me the words I should speak when I just can't seem to earn my own amends. That's how you will make me the means to your end, the means to your end. Every day, the rubble of the place that you know. If you don't rebuild it, to hell it will go. To hell it will go. To hell it will go. Oh, oh, oh.
amazing. Again, as always, Justine, I have only had the opportunity to see you at the Hub.
Yeah, well, that's my favorite
that's
place.
A lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Last year on the Ross Street patio, when we had the this one, like the bigger Saturday night.
Oh,
we had
yeah, I remember seeing you there. Yeah,
you guys, we had Parkland Audio came in, set up the giant stage.
Yes,
it was the biggest thing on Ross Street patio.
That was great. That was a really fun show.
Absolutely a riot, and I'm sorry, I'm ignorant to the fact where I haven't paid enough attention to local artists. And no, it's my own fault, and that's my own issue. But I thank you so much for coming on here tonight. We only have a few minutes left. And again, this is going to be replayed. People can watch this on live on Facebook, and now they can watch it on Shaw on their TV from their living room on their couch with their remote. Justine, a couple of questions for you. Who's your favorite artist that you enjoy the most listening to?
So hard. Bonnie Raitt.
Who's your least favorite artist you enjoy listening to? Do you see what I did there?
Yeah, nice. I don't know. I mean, Nickelback. I don't know.
Quickly tell me a horrible memory from high school.
Oh, it was a prank, and we were gonna go hang out at one of my friends' farms in Lacombe, and we were late, of course, and I had a van full of friends, and they decided that they were gonna make us feel like everyone there had died. This is extreme, but one of the gals was like a very strong theatrical student, and she had us convinced. Like, she came like running out to the van crying, and we were all like just terrified. And then, at some point she cracked, and we saw that it was a joke, but it was really embarrassing and really sad and
I have
really traumatic.
Nothing to say to that. It
was a practical joke gone like extreme.
No kidding. What is your happiest moment from high school?
Oh, probably listening to Tracy Chapman in my minivan driving around during my breaks when I wasn't in class.
I had a K car that I blasted Tracy Chapman on.
Amazing.
And I had to, oh my God, what a great time. Justine, really quickly, if you can give any artists some word of advice, please, before we finish here tonight. What could you give us, please? What word of advice would you tell us right now in the world?
I think go easy on yourself. Be really, really nice to yourself. Like, love yourself so much. Like, fall in love with yourself. And then everything gets easier.
And where can this lovely world of human beings find you in the music industry? Where can we find you on YouTube? Where can we find you on Spotify? What are your social media handles?
Pretty much all, because there's no other Justine Vandergrift in the world that I know of. You can go at Justine Vandergrift / Justine Vandergrift, Google Justine Vandergrift, and you'll find all of those things.
How nice for you. I'm not the only Curtis LaBelle. No, I'm kidding. I love you very much. Thank you, Justine. Everybody, please pay attention to this lovely young lady. She's amazing. She's making marks in the music industry. Please go and Google Justine Vandergrift. Thank you so much, my dear friend.
Thank you.
Share the video. I love you. And we hope to see you back out in the community and wherever we can without a mask as soon as possible, blasting away all of your lovely music. Thank you so much, Justine. I love you so much. You're going to have to end yourself out of this because I really don't know how to do that.
All right, I'm on it. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone.
You're welcome, Justine. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for Justine Vandergrift. Absolutely amazing. All right, we're wrapping things up here at the Vinyl Den in Red Deer, Alberta. Last little bit of water in our glass. We have Chattin 88's at 8. My name is Curtis LaBelle. If you would like to, any topics that you would like to know, please make sure that you can let us know on direct messages on Facebook. Give us a shout out. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Any artists you want us to interview, topics you would like us to cover. And just an update, again, we've been talking about social media and live stream on Facebook. Chattin 88 is going to stay on Facebook as a live stream. We're not going to be going anywhere else. We promote talking, we promote the community, we promote love, friendship, life, and original music and artists in the Canadian music industry. And I think it's important that we keep doing that. So if you would like to continue to see what's happening in my world, and of course, what's happening out in the world, please tune in on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. My name is Curtis LaBelle. This is Chattin 88 at 8 from the Vinyl Den. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous evening, and we will see you next week. Have a great night, guys. Cheers.